that you're working with. In fact, he's inspiring very many of us this morning to actually get working on our outdoor spaces, on our indoor spaces. Very many of us, even if we are still going higher in these concrete jungles, you could be on the 4th floor, 3rd floor, 1st floor, wherever you are, there's definitely something you can do to either beautify your space or to feed your family with. Daniel, am I right?
Correct, 100%.
Okay, so welcome back to the show. I had told you earlier on that we had thrown this out as a teaser on socials. I got a Jessica Chesang who wrote this, and she said, I have always been curious to know about hydroponics. I understand that this innovation is even better for farming. Now, what makes hydroponic plants grow faster? Thanks for the topic.
In some instances, some crops mature earlier by up to 40%. Because one, this is one number one, we said it's precision feeding, and then it's a controlled environment. You feed the plant what is scientifically required to be fed to the plant, meaning there's no chances. You see, in the soil, conventional farming, unless you are doing precision soil test, at times you miss bits and pieces of things. You find there are deficiencies here and there. Yes, and also hydroponics, plants are able to absorb nutrients quicker, like compared to the soil.
Okay.
So leading to early maturity.
Fantastic.
And actually increased production.
And that's what we want, especially if you're doing this commercial. Kilan 001, I'm assuming from Mombasa, that's what the 001 is for. You kind of alluded to this, you know, during the first half of the show, but anyway, let's take this question. What are the advantages of hydroponic farming? If the difference isn't that great, then perhaps traditional farming works just fine.
Interesting, but we can break it down both ways. Conventional farming, once assume we are doing, let's do a mentor project, agricultural project. Number one, land preparation, costs on conventional farming. I have no costs on hydroponics, on land preparation. Once we plant, before you harvest, you make your first harvest, say you are doing vegetables, or say kales, or broccoli, or whatever. Like broccoli, by 3-4 months, you have weeded twice, bare minimum. I have no that cost. So the cost of weeding, water consumption, it is a cost. I use up to 80% less water. I use 100 liters, I use 20 liters. If you are to buy that water, I will pay for it. You spend more. Cost of labor. I will only need to take a couple of minutes in the morning or in the evening, whatever time. I open my drip system on for a few minutes. Get to ensure that water, the bottommost hole has access to water, ends there. If you are doing conventional farming, you have either you have a drip system, or if you are doing it manually, time, labor cost. So the cost of production is bigger in conventional farming than in hydroponics. Someone doing hydroponics would sell their products, probably they would earn more revenue if you are to sell, grow the same crop, same time frame, same market, same price. The hydroponics guy will get more revenue. The cost of production for him was less compared to conventional farming. And then on the preceding season, say you harvest. On the soil, you'll have to again prepare the land, still a cost. For me, I'll just pluck off my harvest from my system and then insert another seedling. Ends there.
Wow.
So
I love it. I love it. Such a challenge. OT from Kisumu. Again, this one almost sounds like a repetition, but of course, you know, we appreciate everyone who texted in. So let's just take the time either way to address them. Someone says, thanks for the information, informative session. Thank you very much, OT. I wonder, should one get a hydroponic system? Does one need regular maintenance by professionals? In this case, Eco Hydro Gardens. I like what he's called your company, Eco Hydro Gardens.
We love it. OT, this is a maintain, what do I say, you have very low maintenance cost. Why? You don't need a pump. Because hydroponics, you go online, you go on YouTube, the solutions you find online, they use pumps. That is a cost on power. But what we have done is to improve from customize that Africanize. Let me just use that term. Africanize, because you don't expect someone in Kenya or in Africa to pay for power to power his kitchen garden. It's unheard of. Right. So maintenance is zero. Except managing the crop, because once you install the system and you have the water running from the tank to the drip system, your work is to manage the garden. You don't need either to repair pumps or check whatever. No, your work is manage the plants. Once you harvest, plant again. This is zero, absolutely zero, let me just say. Unless maybe there's no package, there's no machine involved. Yes, they're just pipes with the growing media inside and the plants.
Tell me something, you know, this is an age-old question, because for forever, even those who have been in the agricultural space, it has been kind of slow to get the youth, young people interested in farming. But when it comes to innovations such as this, you wonder why it wouldn't be so appealing to the youth to be like, okay, I want to learn more about that. What more do you think we can do to increase the uptake and the interest? Allow me to
use myself.
Yes.
I never thought in any part of my life I will ever do agriculture. I was this guy, go to school, get good grades, get a white collar job. I've been a consultant all my life.
Wow.
Ever since I left university. So what we need to do is make agriculture attractive, because I wouldn't have touched, even if you provided 10 acres of land, for me, I thought that is where poverty begins.
Right,
it's a huge, exactly. It's a huge misconception that agriculture is not productive. I mean, it's not a good economic activity. But I can say, young people, this is the future. And I can confidently, I quote Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa.
Right.
He has said, last year he said that the future billionaires will not come in from the oil and gas industry.
Absolutely.
They are coming from agriculture.
Wow.
Yes.
Let that sink in. Let that sink in.
That is the truth. And look at where we are heading in terms of food. Every single day, the food prices are going up because producers are diminishing every day.
Because you want to sit in your offices.
Exactly. We all want to go, we all want to be in our offices.
Right.
Yeah. So what we need to do as a country or as a society is show the young people that it's not a wasted career.
Correct.
Let me give you my example. Before I started eco hydroponics, I was working as the head of business strategy for an American robotics company, dealing with the entire of Africa as the head of business strategy. But when I ventured I was not actually doing this for business. I have naturally an innovative mind. My curious mind wanted to, how could I do this? So I posted on social media and I got a call. I mean, could we feature you on TV? And I'm like, how? I have done other things more complicated in IT, in robotics.
No one is like...
Nobody gives a damn about them. But when it came to agriculture, it actually gave me 3 times more than I was earning.
No way.
What do you do? Yes.
More visibility.
More visibility.
More money coming in.
More money coming in. And also that freedom.
Yeah.
I can go to the office when I want.
Yeah.
I can work when I want.
Yeah.
I wanted to be my own boss.
Yes.
And at the same time, create jobs for my fellow young people.
That's so good.
Right now, I have a team of young people.
Yeah.
I'm working with a team of youths.
Yes.
Because, as you can see, I have some...
So they actually shout outs to everyone.
There's trickle-down effect in agriculture. It's a big opportunity, but do it innovatively. Do it in a more modern way. We are in 21st century. Tuachana na jembe.
So what a lot of people don't even understand is how, if you're in the tech space, you can literally get a job anywhere, including agriculture. Just talk about how technology has become such a vital aspect to agriculture, and the people who are watching, the young guys who are in these techie spaces and thinking, oh yeah, you know, I mean AI, but where does AI and agriculture zinashikana wapi? would you like to educate us a little bit and tell us how tech is changing the world today, including in agriculture, in food production?
Very good question. Technology. I am here because some technology threw the word out. And people got to know we exist. It starts there. Access to information. If you have to be, not just in agriculture, in any career or in any field, you got to empower yourselves with the information. The first plus for technology is to give us information, good information that can help us become creative, innovative. Another thing is how doing technology. It's very good once you create a solution to get that, to commercialize that solution. Like this solution, if I created this and there was no platform like Facebook or TikTok, currently we have been trending for the last 3 days and I feel happy on TikTok. So you're able to push your idea out and get feedback, where to correct. It's a journey you got to walk. But with the technology, it is easier. Where could I have met Shiko today? I mean, I don't know. But with technology, you're able, I mean, you as you scroll online, on X, on whatever platform, they're all tech-based. And again, there is future in integration of technology. Everything you see here, we have an automated version
of it. Wow. Did you see the young guys who came up with how to help farmers take their produce to bulking centers? And just with that, there's an app, they're on a database, and they receive their money through M-Pesa. And everything is calculated, and they can actually just look through a database to see how many liters of milk wameangusha, how many kgs of their pili-pili. And this thing has gone, I mean, not even just nationwide, I mean, it's all over the world. And you see how there are young guys going, huko mashinani, just to start up all these bulking centers through technology. It's amazing.
And
it's
then
amazing.
With the technology, you see such a tower, we can even remove the growing media and use it without the growing media. And circulate the water, use a pump, integrate it with robotics, such that it's the AI you are talking about. If you are growing capsicum, we could integrate with robotics, harvesting, making sure pH levels are right, moisture levels are right. So we'll be launching some of these. Like right now, if we wanted to have tech integrated in these towers, we could. We only need to integrate a moisture sensor, pH sensor there, and they will send all that information to our platform.
Fantastic. And you're just looking at it from your device. Just from your device.
Imagine.
I imagine, like, you know, you think about how far we've come when our grandfathers were depending on Leo tunaonaje?
I remember one time. let me make you laugh one time. When I was in Form 2, my mom told me one time, let's go to the farm, and I was having a kind of tug of war with her because I was arguing with her. Why? I mean, what is this that you are showing me that is different from what I saw from my grandmother? And she laughed at me and told me, life will teach you. She never thought I would do agriculture, but now in a more modern way, in a more creative way, in a more productive way.
I mean, every state, every era has its own development. I mean, when the tractor came out, that was an advancement. Today now, we have something else. Okay. All right, Daniel, we hear you loud and clear, and I hope people are actually very inspired, as I am, to get their farming journey started. Let's get some of your top tips for agripreneurs. See, nowadays, that's what you guys called yourselves, the agripreneur. So
we are not farmers, kindly. We are not.
You're agripreneurs.
Agripreneurs.
Okay, sawa mkulima.
Of course. Just nita mkulima. Nita mkulima digital. Tafadhali.
But that's a thing. Actually, you should put that. Mkulima digital. I love it. So for the wakulima digitals watching the show, what are your top tips for them that you have, kind of your life lessons or your hard lessons through this journey that you want to share?
Number one. Be creative. Be innovative. Don't just follow. Be curious to learn new ways, new things. Number two, don't be afraid to try it out. If I didn't try to come up with a tower garden, I couldn't be here. 3 years down the line, it's a running business. I mean,
Right.
you see?
Yeah.
So number one, creativity and innovation.
Right.
Be at the top of your mind. Number two, tests.
Yeah.
Try it out. Be ready to accept that failure. If you want to learn, you are trying. Number three, be persistent. Persevere. Agriculture is, I mean, before this thing you make your first harvest, you are waiting for 5 weeks.
Only 5 weeks?
Only 5 weeks.
And that's like a lifetime for someone who's 21. It's like, what do you mean?
We are an instant generation. An instant generation, you want coffee, coffee maker.
Right.
Done.
I know,
So,
I know.
perseverance, patience.
Right.
Again, do your research. Don't grow something blindly.
Yeah.
Especially if you are doing it for business. It's agribusiness.
Yes.
Do your homework. Do your research. Do your research well.
Right.
Grow high value crops. Yeah? And then give yourself information.
Yeah.
Do research, get tips, get to learn how Israel is doing it differently. You might be growing strawberries, but you're doing it in a more, have a community, have a mentor who can get to learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have that hunger for knowledge in agriculture.
Right.
You will succeed. There will be no option but to succeed.
Wow, fantastic. I think as we're starting to wrap up and just saying goodbye to Daniel, one of the things that we always like to ask on Trendsetters is where the sweet spot is for entrepreneurs, for people who are in social enterprise. So for you, what's the sweet spot? What gives you complete and total satisfaction about this job, Daniel?
I get a lot of gratification when I am able. When I started to create this, my focus was on the lower candle of societies, the Kibra population, the Mukuru population, because I had in my life I spent some time in a slum, so I have them lower urban communities in mind, so that my gratification comes when I empower a household. They were not able to feed themselves, but now they can just get out there, get some veggies, they can eat. You have saved a whole generation, a whole family. When I create an employment, there are groups of youths that we are supporting in terms of to start agribusiness projects, employment. When I hear someone is working along this line, I get a lot of gratification, jobs, empowering the most needy communities in the society. So I am into that social aspect of this project. Yes.
Right. Okay. And we want to wish you all the best. I don't know if you want to share a few of your expansion plans, especially how you're going to be integrating this innovation in communities and areas, by the way, that are famine stricken, that have quite a number of climate issues ongoing. How can you be a problem solver, so to speak?
Perfect. Now we got very we have been in the kitchen for the last couple of months, cooking good things. Good things for our people, for our clients, for our fans.
Yeah, not just your skooma.
Not just the skooma, because this is just a starting point.
Right.
We are launching more products.
Okay.
We are about to launch, like I told you, products ornamental gardening. Okay. Made of bamboo. For your information.
Whoa, that's going to be nice.
Very nice gardens for bamboo.
I'm getting one.
Yes. And also we are also setting up a very, we are setting up in an acre of land along Eastern Bypass. We are about to set up a very big demo farm, a good demo farm with container gardens, different types of technologies in there, vermiculture, BSF farming, all those things. Right. As a learning center, really. Nice. So that we can take the information out. Right. So we do the research, we test, we fail, we learn. Once we perfect, people have a place they can come.
Fantastic.
So very soon we are going to launch that thing. Yeah. And then I was happy when this day was named Mazingira. We now have Mazingira Day because we are talking about climate smart agriculture. Right. Yeah. So we are going to have programs for schools. Right. Because what we are doing, interestingly, it is in the competence-based curriculum. Okay. One of the assessments for last year, second term for grade 5, was innovative gardening. Oh, grade 5. Right. So what we are doing, we are going to work with a lot of schools so that whatever information, whatever knowledge we can be able to pass a generation, we mentor. Yeah. And the 4K club 4K clubs was redeemed.
I mean,
it was relaunched a
Yes.
couple of years, 2-3 years ago.
Right.
So there are groups of 4K clubs. One of the thematic areas is environmental conservation.
Okay.
So we want to have a platform where the youths, women, anyone who want to learn about modern ways or hydroponics,
Yeah.
they'll have a platform to do that.
Wow,
and then we'll also have an app, yes, so that we can integrate all these things.
Right.
And then we're also spinning off a sister, what is called, a sister company called EcoFresh, that, for example, you overproduce. You are an urban farmer, you have 5 towers. You are not able to finish that kind of produce with your one kid and a husband.
Right.
You see, the excess, through the EcoFresh, we are able to offtake from the urban farmers. So we got a lot of plants. And
Nice.
we can tell our people, keep following Eco Hydroponics. Yes,
Fantastic.
we are on Facebook, Eco Hydroponic Gardens. We are on Twitter, Eco Hydroponic Gardens. We are big on TikTok, Eco Hydroponics. You can check us out.
Oh, wow, fantastic. We want to wish you all the best as you continue to create your footprint, you know, as you go along. This is amazing. Thank you, Daniel. Bless you. Say goodbye as we say.
Goodbye.
The biggest reggae and rhythm show ever on Kenyan television.
You have a ganja man and you wanna forget. Tell them nothing about
Juggle with the reggae boy.